You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Hi everyone. In this video, we'll go through problems related to arithmetic progressions. Let us solve these another set of problems which are slightly tricky. Very simple, but slightly tricky, right? Uh, if the second term, if the second term of an arithmetic progression is 4 and the 10th term is 20, find the 15th term, right? First, let's write down what we have. We have second term. Second term, that is T2. Second term is 4. And 10th term. 10th term is 20. And what we have to find? 15th term. So 15th term is question mark. We need to find this out. Now, second term is 4. First, let's write the term formula, right? Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, right? Now, first of all, if I have to find 15th term, what is that I need, right? If I have to find 15th term, what is that I need? I need a. I don't know what is the first term. N I know, n is 15. So it will be 15 minus 1 into d, which is a plus 14d, right? I don't know a, I don't know d. Without knowing these two values, I can't find 15th term. So what I will do, let me use what they have given in the problem. They have given second term and 10th term. Now using second term and 10th term, we'll find out 15th term. How do we do that? So second term is 4, 10th term is 20. Now T2 is 4. T2 is, let's use the term formula, a plus n. N here is 2. 2 minus 1 into d. We don't know what d is, but we know it is second term, right? And what is second term? 4. Second term is 4. A plus 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 into d is d. So a plus d is 4. Let's call this as equation 1. Now let's go to 10th term. T10 is equal to a plus n minus 1. What is n? N is 10. N is equal to 10 here. 10th term, right? So 10 minus 1 into d. What is 10th term? 20. 20 is equal to a plus 10 minus 1 is 9d, right? Let's call this as equation 2. Now using this equation 1 and equation 2, we can find out a and d. How do we do that? So let's subtract these equations. Let's subtract. That is, a plus d is equal to 4. A plus 9d is equal to 20. Right? This is equation 1. This is equation 2. Now we'll subtract. Why will subtract? If I subtract this entire equation, a and a will get cancelled. Right? A minus a. If a and a will get cancelled, I can find out d. How? D minus 9d is minus 8d. 4 minus 20 is minus 16. Therefore, d is equal to minus 16 by minus 8, which is 2, right? Minus and minus will get cancelled. I'll be left with 2. D is 2. So we've got d. Now using d, we'll find out a. We can use any one of these equations. We can use a plus d. That is, a plus d is equal to 4. What is d? 2. A plus 2 is equal to 4. We'll substitute d with 2. A plus 2 is 4, which means a is 4 minus 2, which is 2. So a is equal to 2. See, we can use either this equation or this equation and substitute the value of d. When you substitute the value of d, you will get the value of a. So now we have both a value and we have both d value. Now we'll substitute a and d in this, right? We'll substitute a and d. A is 2 plus 14 into d is 2. So we'll get 2 plus 28, which is 30. So 15th term is 30. Let's take another problem. The fifth term exceeds the third term. The fifth term exceeds the third term by 10 and sixth term is 35. Find arithmetic progression. That we'll have to come up with the sequence of numbers. sequence of numbers, right? Starting from first term, right? We'll have to find the sequence. That is, we'll have to find AP is equal to, we'll have to find the sequence, right? We don't know what it is, right? We just know sixth term, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth term we know, which is 35, right? We don't know the other terms, right? This is the sixth term. So let's see what has been given here. Fifth term exceeds the third term by 10. Fifth term is T5. T5 is greater than third term T3 by how much? By 10. So basically, fifth term is nothing but third term plus 10. Because fifth term exceeds, that means fifth term is more than third term by 10 units. By 10 units, fifth term is more than third term. So this is nothing but, we'll have to write it as T5 is equal to T3 plus 10. Now, they've also told that sixth term is 35. That is T6 is 35. Right? Now, what is T6? What is T6? T6 is, let's use the term formula. T6 is A plus N minus 1 into D. What is A? We don't know. What is N? N is 6. 6 minus 1 into D. We don't know what D is. T6 is 35. 35. So, 35 is equal to A plus 5D. Let's call this as equation 1. And here, what is T3? Right? Let's find out T3. So, T3 is again A plus N minus 1 into D. T3 is A, we don't know. N is 3 here because it's third term. 3 minus 1 by D. N minus 1, 3 minus 1 into D. A plus 2D. Right? So this is T3. Now, what is T5? T5 is again A, we don't know. N minus 1. Here N is 5 because it's fifth term. So 5 minus 1 into D, which is A plus 4D. This is T5. See, we found out third term, we found out fifth term, and we have sixth term. So we have used all the terms given in the question. Right? We have to always use whatever is given in the question. Fifth term. So we'll find fifth term. This is fifth term. Then third term. We'll find out third term. Then sixth term. Sixth term also we substituted. Now we have three equations. We have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. Now using all these three equations, we will have to find out all the other terms. To find all the terms, what we need? We need A and D. If we have A and D, we can easily find out all the terms in this sequence. Right? Now let's find A and D using these three equations. Now, let's not forget this equation, right? Let's not forget, this is the main equation here. Now, instead of T5, we'll write A plus 4D. Can we write that? Instead of T5, we can write A plus 4D, correct? Now, instead of T3, what is T3? We can write this, A plus 2D. Right? Instead of T3, we'll use A plus 2D, then plus 10 is there. So, now if I shift A this side, what will happen? It will become A minus A. Because this is plus A, when it comes here, it will become minus A. Right? Plus 4D is equal to 2D plus 10. A minus A is 0. Right? 0 plus 4D is 2D plus 10. Now let's get D this side. Let's get D this side. So it will become 4D. When I shift D this side, it will become minus 2D. Right? Nothing is there. So you assume it's plus. So when you shift, it's going to become minus. Minus 2D is equal to 10. 4D minus 2D is 2D. 2D is equal to 10. Therefore, D is 10 by 2. I'm shifting to this side. So here it's multiplication. When I shift, it will become division. This is nothing but D is equal to 5. 2 ones are, 2 fives are. So D is equal to 5. Now we got the difference, right? What next? We'll have to get first term, A, right? Let's take this, right? 35 is equal to A plus 5 into D. 35 is equal to A plus 5 into D. What is D? 5. So this is going to be A plus 25. So now let me shift. A plus 25 is equal to 35, which means A is equal to 35 minus 25, which is A is equal to 10. So we got the first term. Very important. We got the first term, we got the difference. Now it is very easy to get the sequence. Arithmetic progression, how would we get? First term. First term is 10, right? Now we'll have to find the other terms. Difference is 5, right? What is the second term? Second term is A plus D. This is A. This is A plus D. This is A plus 2D. A plus 3D. It goes on, right? So first term is A. Second term is A plus D. Third is A plus 2D. Fourth is A plus 3D. So 1 less than the term. If it's fourth term, it's 3 here. It's third term, it's 2. Second term, it's 1. First term, it is just A. So you can also use the formula, right? You can also use the formula. What is second term? T2. T2 is A plus n minus 1. N minus 1 into D. What is A plus n minus 1? What is n? 2 minus 1 into D. This is nothing but A plus 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 into D. A plus D. Right? We got this. Right? Now, what is A? A is 10. D is 5. 10 plus 5 is 15. So, second term is 15. Second term is 15. Now, it's very simple. We know the difference is 5. So, add 5 to this, 20. Add 5 to 20, 25. Add 5 to 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Right? So, now we got the sequence. Put the dots at the end because it's an infinite series. They have not told number of terms. Right? So, you'll always have to put dots here. So, arithmetic progression is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and so on. Let's take another example. How many terms of the arithmetic progression 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on amount to 230? This means to get the sum, to get the total as 230, how many terms we would have to add? How many terms? Right? Is it 10 terms, 12 terms? How many terms if we add in this arithmetic progression, we'll get 230 as the total, right? Let's first, since there is total here, amount to 230, that means we'll have to use sum formula. What is sum formula? Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. A is the first term, L is the last term. N is the number of terms, right? Now, sum has been given as 230, right? Sum is 230. We don't know n. N is the number of terms, which is what we have to find out. We don't know n, right? A is there. First term is A, which is 2. First term is 2 plus last term. We don't know which is the last term here in this series, right? Look at these dots. This indicates I don't know the last term, right? How can I find the last term? See, only if I find the last term, I can find n here. How do we find the last term? We'll use term formula, right? Term formula, what is Tn? Is A plus n minus 1 into D, right? We need to find the last term, right? Now, A is 2. Last term, we don't know what is the last term. So, let me leave it as n itself. N minus 1 into D. What is D? D is a difference. What is the difference here? 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. So, the common difference is 1. Right? Straight away we can find out. So, this is going to be 2 plus n minus 1, which is nothing but 2 minus 1 is 1. So, it's going to become n plus 1. So, last term is n plus 1. I don't know what n is. Right? So, instead of L, I'll put this. Right? It's n plus 1. It is n plus 1. Why? Because I don't know the last term here. Right? So, I'm assuming that last term is Tn, which is n plus 1, right? This is nothing but L. I can also call L is equal to Tn is equal to n plus 1, right? Last term is n plus 1. I'll substitute here. So, I'll get n by 2. 3 plus n is what I'll get, is equal to 230. I'll shift 2 here, right? When I shift 2 here, this is division, so it will become multiplication. So, it will become 230 into 2 is equal to n into 3 plus n, which is 460 is 3n plus n square. 3 into n plus n into n. Now this is nothing but 3n plus n square is equal to 460. I'm just rearranging. So I'll write this as n square plus 3n. I'll shift 460 here. So it will become minus 460 is equal to 0. After shifting 460, there's nothing here. So it will become 0. Now I'll have to factorize this. Now there are two methods to factorize, right? One is factorization. Second is formula. I will use formula method. I'll not go with factorization because 460 is a big number. I'll go with formula method. The formula is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is what gives the value of x. In this case, instead of x, we have n, right? We need to find the values of n now. So what is a, b, and c, right? See, we assume that there is an equation like this, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We assume that the equation is like this, and the formula to find x is this one. So what is a, b, and c? A is coefficient of x square. B is coefficient of x. C is constant. That is just the number. Now, what is a? Let's take this equation. We have this equation, right? We have this equation. A is the coefficient of x square. What do you mean by coefficient? Coefficient is the number next to the letter. Number next to the letter or variable, right? Or unknown. See, n is unknown. We don't know the value of n. So the number next to this particular unknown is called as coefficient. Now what is coefficient of x square? So here it is n square. Huh? Let's put it as n. That is the number next to n square. There is nothing. That means it's 1. Coefficient of x, that is n. What is coefficient of n? It's 3. And constant. Constant is just the number part. What is the number here? Minus 460. Now we'll substitute all these a, b, c values in this formula and try to get the values of n, right? So let's see what we will get. N is equal to minus b. Minus b is 3. Minus 3 plus or minus root of b square. B square is 3. So 3 square minus 4 into a. A. Let me write this formula here, right? Is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So 4 into a. A is 1. C is minus 460 by 2 into a. What is a? 1. So this is going to be minus 3 plus or minus 9 minus 4 into 460 is 1840. Minus and minus will become plus. Divide by 2. So this is going to be minus 3 plus or minus. What is root of 1849? So square root of 1849 is 43. So minus 3 plus or minus 43 by 2. Square root of this 1849 is 43. Now we will have to split this, right? We have plus and minus. So what we'll do? We'll write as minus 3 plus 43. And then again we'll write minus 3 minus 43 by 2. Now this is nothing but 43 minus 3 is 40 by 2. Minus 43 minus 3 is 46. Minus 46. Minus and minus will get minus. So this is going to be 2 20s are 2 23. So you're going to get 20 and minus 23. So these are the values for n. So we got two values for n. We cannot take negative. We cannot have negative number of numbers, right? So we'll take 20. N is 20. So here we'll say n is equal to 20. What is n? What is n? N is the number of terms, right? So we have to figure out how many terms. How many terms? So therefore n is equal to 20. 20 terms. Let's take another problem where it's stated that if a is equal to 1, b is equal to 7, nth term, Tn is 64, then find n and Sn. Sn is sum. We'll have to find sum. N is last term, right? Let's assume that n is last term, right? And last term is 64. Let's go step by step. What is Sn formula? Sn is n by 2 into a plus L. Now, we assume that last term is given as 64 here. This is the last term, right? N, I don't know the number of terms, right? I don't know the number of terms. So, I'll leave it like this. I'll have to find n, right? Ultimately, I have to find n and I have to find sum of n terms. So, A is the first term, which is 1. Last term is 64, right? Last term is 64. So, I'll get n by 2 into 65. This is Sn. Let's use the term formula, right? What is term formula? Term formula is a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, a is 1. N, I don't know. N minus 1. Difference, d is 7. And Tn is 64. Right? Now, using this, this will be 1 plus 7 into n, 7. 7 into 1 is 7. So, I'll get 7n. 1 minus 7 is minus 6. This is 64. I'll shift this here. So, I'll get 64. 64 plus, when I shift minus 6 this side, it's going to become plus 6. So, 64 plus 6 is equal to 7n. So, 7n is equal to 70. Therefore, n is equal to 70 by 7. I'm shifting 7 this side. So, it's multiplication here. It's 7 into n. When I shift 7, it will become 70 by 7. It's going to become division. 70 by 7 is 10. So, n is equal to 10. I found out the value of n. We need to find the value of n. N is obtained. Now, we need to find sum of n terms. What we will do, n we got. N is 10. 10 by 2 into 65. 10 by 2 is 2 ones are 2 fives are 65 into 5. 65 into 5 is 325. So, sum of n terms, that is sum of 10 terms, n is 10, is 325. So, we got the sum also. Sum is 325. With this, we've come to the end of this particular video. If you like this video, do press a like and share it. Thank you.